Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Wolverines will boot it away to start the game. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. First down here for the offense. The give from the gun. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls and fires complete. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
He breaks a tackle and runs through another one. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout. So you get tired, you get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Gets it out fast. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Looking to throw, it's Milrow. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Get the quarterback off the spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all three of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
This one's complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him throwing the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Yeah, and I think third and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football. Now you got a fourth down situation.
Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put 1 mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They want to power it in on the ground on third and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football. And they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Just about set to kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The offense lining up for a first down play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first.
Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home of the Minnesota Golden Gophers, as we get set for what ought to be a terrific battle. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And it'll come out to the 25. At a return. First down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Brosmer. Makes his connection. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in the rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's looking to throw. And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash.
Now, that was a blitz from the middle linebacker. That's one the offensive line should have picked up, regardless of what the pass protection was. Sliding or going base man-to-man or fanning out, you generally always account for the middle linebacker. There's no reason to let him run clean like that.
Snap from the gun on third down. They're bringing heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
And the ball comes to rest right there.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
Steps away. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
On second down, wants to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Dances away again. Touchdown, Minnesota! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception, and everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Running back goes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to score points in this new age era.
Really good looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide path.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Hand off from the shotgun. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. DBs locked up tight on the receivers. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. A first down for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quarterback adapted. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. From the gun, running back on the move. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He was able to come down with the pass, but not in bounds, so it'll be a turnover on downs. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Golden Gophers will have it 1st and 10. from the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Looking for a man, it's Brosmer. Got the quick pass. Still running up. He is smashing people. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. And the Golden Gophers are rolling down the field. He's going to pass. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. He's looking to throw. He's got him this time. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Finds his big tight end. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Now on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Brosmer. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down in bounds. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
These quarterbacks that just bounce and bounce and bounce and pull the ball down and make plays. Defensively, you just got to keep coming. You can't get tired. You can't get frustrated, really. It's the frustration that gets to you because they keep making plays and keep getting first downs. Got another opportunity coming up. 1st and goal. Try to hold it to a field.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 2nd down, looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gopher. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
He's down here. He does a lot of blocking. There are a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost it.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on.
Fires into a world of traffic and it's picked off. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
On first down, here comes this offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. The Golden Gophers will boot it away to start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot. Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the run, it's Haynes. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that now. What opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Pocket starts to collapse. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he makes the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
To the air, it's Brosmer. Flushed out of the pocket. It's complete. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
He wants to throw. Unloads to the right. And that pass picked off. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Miller with the ball. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. The sure hands, it's Bernard. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Haynes. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Snap it to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown tie.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
Here comes the 2-point try. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Hard running there. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Golden Gophers getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. This time they'll go to the running game. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. The Golden Gophers will try to run out the clock in this final minute. Leaves it with the back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense, getting penetration, everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
Between the uprights, it's good. Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition of a trap game. Trap was set, sprung, and the underdogs come up with the win.
And that's why we go, you know what? I don't take your rankings. I'm not worried about your rankings. They don't matter to me. We're going to go out and beat this team. We're better than this team. A lot of times those rankings don't mean a lot to a lot of people, and you can tell it didn't mean a lot to this team, and that's why they came out and pulled the upset.
Absolutely, David. I mean, that's why you play the games. This team knew they had to come out. They were going to have to put their best foot forward in order to get the W. They did just that. They're talented. They're obviously motivated. I can't wait to see how they follow this up in their next game.
That's going to do it for... Welcome to Fayetteville, and whoop, pig suey as the Arkansas Razorbacks are ready to take the field. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a team from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Razorbacks will get us started with the opening kickoff. And no chance at a return. This drive at their own 25. The offense set for a first down play. Quarterback checking the play. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Got his man quickly. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for a first.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money man. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. He was looking to get the ball farther downfield, but he just had to take what he could before he got drilled.
And sometimes you can look down the field, Reese, but you see that pressure, and it's getting to you. Get rid of the football. You don't want to take the sack. You don't want to lose the yardage, and try to let your running back or somebody else make a play out of the backfield.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
To the air, it's Raiola. Quick strike complete. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water bugs, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll try to get it through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Fidel. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. Using the quick game. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. He caught it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
That is so deflating on defense, too, because in your own red zone, third down, you need to make a stop. You know they're going to throw to the weapon at tight end, but it's one thing to draw it up on the blackboard. It's another thing to go execute and prevent that guy from catching the ball. He's so...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nebraska.
And Reese, no secret about it. Line up in goal line formation. I'm going to run the ball down your throat. My guys are more physical than you. 6 points on the play.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Coming out with it, it's Hill. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the offense on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Looking downfield, it's Green. Looking to scramble. Trying to escape. Oh, he dropped it! Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Buys a little extra time. He throws one to the left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He fires it out to the right. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. He's not afraid to go deep. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. He's going to pass. Dances away to buy time. They're working that left side.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in their zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Back to throw, it's Raiola. He lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you've got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Green. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
And the Razorbacks brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Handoff from the gun. Keeps the legs moving. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
I love when players understand the situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
From the gun, the ground game. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. At the 35, he's open. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Taking it the other way. A big turnover here for the defense to end the quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Nebraska 7, Arkansas 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. They want that clock to run. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All 3rd downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big third down. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. At the 40, there he goes. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
We're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Give to the back. Tackled there by the defense.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier third down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down. And shoot, and I got fourth down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Looking to the big tight end. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you could spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
And the Huskers inside the final minute trying to protect the lead and the ball. Running back searching for a hole. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good, easy call for the refs. And that lead grows even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, in every possession, looking to take a shot. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Guess they wanted to make sure they rubbed a little salt in the wound here down the stretch.
And it's your job to stop it. Keep playing football. I like it when the offense keeps the foot on the accelerator. It's your job. If you don't like it defensively, do something about it.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
And that goes from, I'm going to go make a play for my team, run this thing back, make something happen, to, dang it, I put it on the ground, and they got it, and they have great field position.
Looking to pass, it's Raiola. Just about picked off in the end zone, and that would have put a stop to this scoring threat. Instead, it'll be second down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Touchdown, Huskers! And the stomping has commenced.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So it's tough to think of a better starting situation as that drive covers just 7 yards. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really... And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Grabbed by the kicking team. Touchdown, Nebraska. And the route is on.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble. Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
They're just about to kick it off after that scoop and score 6. On the run from inside his 25. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination.